welcome to another episode of Ask Jade. So today's topic, the top 3 contracts every small business owner needs. You've got a client agreement or service contract, an independent contractor agreement, and a kind of basic NDA non-disclosure agreement. So let's talk about those real quick and why you need those. A handshake isn't enough, and screenshots are not a contract. So we need an actual agreement. So the service contract or client agreement, what is this? This is a legally binding contract agreement written out between you and your client about the services or products you're providing. Why do you need this? It's going to set clear expectations, deliverables, timelines, payment terms. It protects you if a client disputes something, delays on payment, wants a refund. It helps to avoid misunderstandings. There's a lot of key terms to include. Obviously, reaching out to an attorney such as myself to make sure those are all in there is important, but some of those key terms are a detailed description of your products or services, payment schedule and method. Term is very important. Is there an end term? When does this start? What are the deadlines? What are the milestones? Cancellation, refund policies, all of those are very important terms. Also, an independent contractor agreement. This is very common, especially with solo entrepreneurs. Sometimes whether you're bringing someone on to help you with something or need to contract something out, it's between you and some sort of freelance contractor that you are hiring. And it's clarifying that they're not your employee, which is important. You need this to avoid costly misclassifications or issues with the IRS or Labor Department. This will clearly define the scope of work, payment terms, deadlines, deliverables, and protects you and your business from liability of the contractor's actions because you're not on the hook for what they do when they're a contractor. And then it establishes who owns any work or intellectual property that's created during the term with them. So that's a very important agreement to make sure that you have in place. And we draft these all the time for businesses, so I'm happy to help with that. The last one is the NDA. A lot of people hear about these all the time. Maybe you've seen one before, maybe you've entered into one before, maybe not. But this helps protect you and your business, your confidential proprietary information that you may be sharing with clients, contractors, other vendors, potential partners. This makes sure that you keep your trade secrets, your pricing, your strategies, your client lists, other sensitive information private. It prevents unauthorized sharing of that information, and it builds trust with people you might be collaborating with to set clear confidentiality expectations. So together, these 3 agreements create this legal safety net that clearly defines your business relationships. It protects your money, time, intellectual property, and reduces the risk of costly disputes or misunderstandings. So if you don't have these yet, or maybe you need an update, as always, feel free to reach out to Jade Carpenter, and I'll see you next time.